Welcome to Froggy Guide. So you've probably seen Froggy clips. Well, now it's time for Froggy Guide. This is going to be one part of a 3-part series where each and every class gets its own Froggy build, and it's going to be pretty fun, pretty funky. But obviously, what do you have to do for a Froggy build? Well, first off, let me show you a very important piece of the puzzle. Here, you have to have the Froggy onesie. Obviously, you have to have the Froggy onesie. You want to be part of the Froggy build, you gotta have a Froggy onesie. This, obviously, today we'll be focusing on the medium, as you can see. My little Froggy medium. And obviously, you can see what we're mostly using, which will mostly be a lot of supportive aspects, a lot of the really helpful stuff. So, obviously every build focuses on something. What does the Froggy build focus on? Hopefully every build in the Froggy series will focus on 3 things, sometimes 4. Supportive healing, supportive mobility, and overall mobility. As well as a bit of offense and a bit of damage depending on what kind of frog we're going to be. But for medium frog, those are the 3 things we're focusing on. Now, obviously, as you saw earlier, we are using a very robust amount of items. What's the first thing we're using? Well, we're using the zip line. What can the zip line do? It can, well, it can scale buildings, and it can scale more buildings, and I think it just might be able to scale buildings. It literally does nothing else. But hey, that's all it needs to do. It gets your teammates from A to B. You and your Froggy guys from A to B, instantly able to 1 invade a cash out, 2 stay away from enemies, and 3 if you heal someone or you get someone to health, you can just take them straight back out of the fight if they need to be obviously saved. Well, what's next? We got a zip line. Well, every frog needs a lily pad, right? So what's your lily pad? Well, I present to you the jump pad. This thing does around about the same thing as the zip line, focuses on mobility and helping your team to get to places, but it does it a bit faster, so it's a lot more in action, and it can also be used to defend a weird way. If you place it down, it can stop enemies from getting in. It's a really versatile tool, and honestly the best part about it is that you and your team can just jump from the top of like a building straight into a cash out and just blitz everyone in there. So that's really good. It's a really just powerful tool, and there's not much to say about it. It kind of does its job. It does one thing, but it does that one thing amazingly. Well, last but definitely not least, I'm not going to lie, the rest of it is memey, but this is probably the most supportive and most useful thing in the entire build. These are the defibrillators. They revive people instantly. Well, with a bit of wait time. Actually, you know what? I have a clip for these, because you can't get them in the practice range, so you'll see in the clip that I hit them here, and then they just take a few seconds and they get up and back in the fight. Really good tool. Just basically it's a healing tool. It can be put in any build. They're really good. They're not overpowered either, they're just really fucking good. Last thing I guess is healing beam. Even though we've done an entire video on it, I guess I'll have to re-talk about healing beam. Healing beam. Let's make this quick, I guess. It's a really good tool. It heals really quickly at a rate of 240 HP per second, I believe. It's very powerful. It's most effective on heavies, people with high health. It'll still help a light, obviously. It's all healing always helps, but obviously with them it's a bit different. It's good to pull out, heal, and put back away and keep shooting. It's good to keep pressure on, because obviously if they can't kill your heavy, you'll be fine. And if you've got a good team of frogs, yeah, let's go with that. If you've got like a full communicative, really useful team of frogs, the healing beam is at its best then, because you can tell someone pull back, pull up mesh shield, heal them, and then they can just take it down and then go back to shooting straight after. It is overall a really good thing. Yes, it's hard to speak about because it's just that good. Because what do you say about the healing beam? Wow, it's a really powerful item that literally is basically one of the best in the game. That's all I can say. Sorry. Finally, we're on to your gun. Personally, we're using the AKM for this build because I think the AKM is the best for the frog build. It's a close range / mid range assault rifle, so the zipline works well with it, the jump pad works well with it. It's also just really good to get in, heal, and then get out. It's probably my favourite gun in the game, just overall. It's so simple to use. It's just an AK. It fires average rate, I'd say, quite actually above average rate, I'd say. It does have a lot of damage very quickly. It kills a light in like half a mag. And if you're going for headshots, maybe even less. It's just a really good gun, and it fits really well into this build because of that. If there is any more things that you have struggled with, let's say lights are your big issue in the game, you might want to swap the AKM out for a different gun, such as we have on medium, the model 1887, a really powerful shotgun that's really good against light. I'm pretty sure it two-shots them to the head. It's really powerful. The R357 revolver is really good because of just its absolute power, and just straight up just headshotting people is so good with it. But if you want something a bit more longer range, then the FAMAS is probably the best call, since the FAMAS is probably the longest range weapon the medium has overall, I'd say. I don't think there is anything better than it. So overall, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the gun choices. Well, that's all for Froggy Guide, because, not gonna lie, this video was really fun to make. I enjoyed figuring out the build for it. I will probably show this build actually in action soon, probably using the AKM, because that's obviously, you know, the gun of my choice. It's just that good at everything. It's very versatile, I guess you could say. A live stream will be happening definitely tomorrow. I know I said today would be when the live stream goes on, but college is tiring and I'm a bit shattered, so I wanted to at least put something out for you guys to enjoy, even if it's just a shitty little joke, which is Froggy Guide. If you do enjoy Froggy Guide though, leave a thumbs up and all that, because we will definitely be doing two more Froggy's Guides. One of those being for the heavy and the other being for the light. The heavy's probably going to be the hardest, if I'm honest with you all, because how the hell, this is actually what I'm going to say. Apart from the anti-gravity cube, do you guys have any tips for what you'd put in the Froggy Guide for the heavy? If you do, write it down. I'll put it in, maybe, and if I do like it, I will definitely put it in. And yeah, it'll be really fun to actually see your guys' opinion on it all, see how you're all thinking about it, and yeah, I think yeah, that's it. Cool. One final thing, if you do check out the live stream tomorrow, say hi. We will just be chilling, doing probably unranked. No, you know what, I'll try do ranked, see if I can get back into gold, because obviously, as you saw yesterday, I was only 19,000 and need a bit more to get back in gold. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, Froggy Guide. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section, tell me what you want me to do next, all that. Hope you join us in the live stream tomorrow, and peace out.